Bryan Danielson's return match has been revealed. Plus, a huge title change took place at ROH Death Before Dishonor, and Lita has rejected booking from a major promotion. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Sunday wrestling news! Vince McMahon won that feud with God after all. Now, Bryan Danielson's status has been up in the air as of late, potentially looking at seeing him back in time for All Out, maybe Full Gear. We now know when he's coming back, don't we?
We do, and it's sooner rather than later. He was on hand at the San Diego Comic-Con. He had a whale of a time. He met Spider-Man and Batman.
Colonel Sanders?
Colonel Sanders.
I met Colonel Sanders at a Comic-Con.
No, you didn't. He's dead.
Well, I met someone, he looked like him. Who are you to deny Colonel Sanders?
That was
I met
Harold
Warwick
Chipman.
Davis at Telford Comic-Con in 2010.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was he?
Ace.
Tenable's rubbish, isn't it?
I didn't tell him
Moving
that at
swiftly
the time.
on, wrestling news.
No.
He was there at San Diego Comic-Con, and he said that not only is he now cleared for a return, but we're not going to have to wait very long at all, because he is going to be back on our screens in a match this Wednesday night, and he's going to be facing bloody Daniel Garcia, of all people. He said that he's going to kick his flipping head in.
Forgetting head in. There's something wrong with this printer. It's all asterisks between the F and the G.
Kick his frogging head in.
Oh my, poor frog head. Glad that Bryan's back. I think whenever we hear Bryan being injured, like it's terrifying, because we know he's had such a bad history. I love Bryan Danielson. I love watching him wrestle, but at the same time, I just want to wrap him in bubble wrap and just keep him safe. I have that real affinity with Bryan Danielson.
Oh, totally. I've loved his evolution over the years. He's been consistently brilliant, but he's done great work as a babyface, great work as a heel, and his current thing of just really good pro wrestler who will kick your frogging head in is so enjoyable to watch. But you're totally right. As soon as something bad happens, even if he just takes a dodgy bump or does some spot that he probably shouldn't be doing, given his medical history, it's like, just careful now. We want you for a few more years. We're lucky to have you now.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see him doing his thing on Wednesday, kicking some forgetting frogging heads in. Well done to you. It's been an exciting couple of hours for Blackpool. Not only Bryan Danielson rocking back, not only somebody winning an imitation minion on a grabber near the Illuminations, but Claudio Castagnoli, the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club, he's a champ again.
He is a big champ as well, winning the Ring of Honor World title last night in an absolutely cracking match with Jonathan Gresham. It was class. If you've not seen the pay-per-view, we won't talk about any more of the results, but this is the big takeaway from the show. And yeah, as you would expect, those two put on a banger.
There was pretty much the belief that as soon as Claudio was announced for Ring of Honor, it's like they're going to put the belt on him. Yes. And I feel like Tony Khan has sort of terraformed Ring of Honor to the way he wants it. Pretty much all the champions, I think, now have been swapped out in some way, shape, or form, you know, and so now it's kind of his vision. And I felt for Gresham going in, because Gresham has been an excellent champion and has defended and has kept that the flame of that company going.
He's done it everywhere,
for a long
right?
time.
He did it in AEW, Impact. He was Progress champion, putting more eyes on himself and the brand as a whole during that time. He defended it all over the shop. And I saw people going like, it's been a bit of a naff reign. I think it's been a class reign.
They launched
done a really
Terminus.
good job, given the circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. Him, and he was launching Terminus as well, with Baron Black, and they put the title front and center on there as well. I think he's just been everywhere, and he's done an exceptional job. So I'm nervous about him getting lost in the shuffle here, because he's been so good as a champion. I hope this isn't the end of times for him. There was some concerning Twitter activity around Jonathan Gresham. He made some comments about character in wrestling. And saying that, you know, if you're a white guy and you don't have a character, that's fine, but if you're a black guy, well, you need a character. These are paraphrasing what Jonathan Gresham put online. Some of the words that did the rounds online from Jonathan Gresham. Jonathan Gresham has since deleted his Twitter account.
Yeah, just after the show. So it's difficult to figure out what is going on here, if it relates to that, which, because it's Twitter, got him a lot of abuse on there, or if it's a character thing, if it's a storyline thing where he's deleted it because he's lost his most prized possession to Claudio. We don't know, but it didn't happen too long after the event. His Twitter has been deleted. Maybe he just fancies a break. We all need that from time to time.
Yeah,
I've had one for about a year now. It's banging. I love it.
I don't think you're ever coming back, are you?
No, never.
No, you do well not to. No. It's crazy over there.
I'm done with it.
Ring of Honor was pretty much a rousing success last night. Death Before Dishonor doing an exceptional number, 25,000 buys digitally, which doesn't count cable and satellite. Tony Khan revealed this in the post-show scrum. It's also on track to be one of the biggest buys for an ROH pay-per-view ever.
Not surprising.
Well.
Not surprising at all. It's a really good number. That will probably increase another 5,000 or so, just from people buying it. The people that can't watch live buying it for however much. After the fact, and then you put on there as well cable and satellite buys, and they've done well there. Hot crowd, a lot of people there in attendance. It was a good looking show, and I hope they continue to grow.
Really good night going forward for Ring, for a very, very good start to the new era of Ring of Honor under the guidance of Tony Khan. Finally, we end on a WWE Hall of Famer that was offered a chance to rock back recently and said no.
Absolutely, Lita. This is via Fightful, who have learned that Women of Wrestling made an overture to Lita prior to their public announcement that they would be returning to TV. But unfortunately, things didn't get very far at all, as Lita made it clear that she had no interest in working with the company, and specifically David McLean. One WOW source indicated that Lita made her feelings about McLean very obvious and quickly rejected their offer. So this was about them... because they had done so much, they had built the brand around Tessa. I think they wanted some new faces there and some big draws. And Lita, one of the biggest draws in women's wrestling. Still, if you're going to look to get a lot of eyes on your product, Lita's not a bad bet. I personally, I don't know anything about this David McLean guy and the relationship between him and Lita. What's happened there?
I've heard the name come up a few times, and not always in the highest of regards. I don't know any more about it than that. But I know that what you say with WOW is it was kind of like a sort of Tessa Blanchard recovery project, it felt like. And I remember watching some of the press stuff they were doing in the build up to it, and it felt like a really bright new start for them. And then as soon as Tessa Blanchard was announced as part of it, people went, oh no. And you felt people sort of pull away from it. They put out that sort of Nuclear Heat t-shirt with Tessa Blanchard on. Oh, yeah. Right. And that caused some further disruptions. And then we reported a while back that Tessa and WOW had a falling out. And now it's like, well, this was built as like a project for you, and now you're not here.
Yeah, they've done a good job, because since this, they've announced the debut of the Fabulous Moolah. So all the bad PR's out the window now. Not
managed by Colonel Sanders, right? Yeah. They're both about 6 feet from a comeback.
I don't want to... I think Lita's send-off was really nice. I've seen about as much.
The actual send-off, not crime time chucking her knickers into the crowd. I mean, the actual Hall of Fame one that they did proper.
Yeah, but I mean, she would have made a few quid from it. I thought her last match was pretty decent. I think it was a good way to go. I don't know if she needs to do any more, but hey, money's money.
Money is indeed money, and we'll have more wrestling news throughout the day for you at Cultaholic.com.
To make some more money. To buy some KFC.
We're making some money on a Sunday.
Yeah,
we're going to make some money for KFC, because we can't go to we can't go to that one that's shut on a Sunday. Chick-fil-A. Love you, bye.